I'm sculpting with paper clay today, which is a nice hybrid of like a paper mache and then also an air dry clay. I actually made this recipe with toilet paper and Elmer school glue, so my full recipe is one of my pinned videos. So I'm molding it with my hands. I actually made this paper clay 3 days ago on Sunday, and I'm doing this on Wednesday, and I'm pressing it into this mold. So I have fond memories in elementary school of using a mask form and strips of newspaper to create a paper mache mask that we then painted. I've done this exact thing before with plaster gauze, and I wanted to know, would paper clay work? In theory, yes, but this is a very DIY, I made it with toilet paper and Elmer's glue, so I wasn't sure if it would stick. It should, because it's paper clay. It is a recipe very similar to what I use in my paper mache lessons. Instead of newspaper, though, I used the 70-cent toilet paper roll that I had. And so I'm pressing it firmly to the plastic mold. Make sure that whatever mold you're using is plastic or that it isn't organic so that the materials stick. And I'm pressing it down so that it's not too bulky. I don't want it thin, but I also want it to, when it dries, really capture the 3D effect of the human face. And as far as it drying, once I have it kind of smoothed out, it will have a texture, of course. I'm thinking it's going to take at least 24 hours. Any air dry clay does, and any paper mache is best to wait the full 24 hours. So it's not perfect, but I'm going to put it in the sun because this is an experiment to see how this material works, since this is something I've done before with other clay and paper mache type materials. It feels dry to the touch. I set it outside for about an hour. Then I let it dry overnight. Carefully, I'm going to take my hands and go around the edges, and then it pops off really easily. The front is dry. The back obviously is not because it was touching the plastic. Look at that. And it works. So if you're morally opposed to using toilet paper in your DIY paper clay, you can also do this with newspaper.